So Coco Vine is married to light skinned Keisha. And he was in an interview the other day and he said he gave his wife the ultimate compliment. And so now the controversy is, did he just make a target out of his wife for other men? Or was he really just complimenting his wife and didn't realize what it could ultimately do? He said his wife would get a high value man regardless to whether it was him, that her characteristics and the things she do warrants her and earns her a high value man.
Man, listen here. I don't know why. I don't know why guys do this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, First of all, you think that you're trying to build your wife up
Mm-hmm.
by putting the other women down. That's what it. That
Mm-hmm.
when you listen at what he said,
Mm-hmm.
he started talking about what his other women he went been with before,
Correct.
what they can't do, and what they can't get.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think high value. Let's just say if the women you was with before
Mm-hmm.
or 304 or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they you don't think there's high value men that will date and want to be with those kind of women?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the thing. See, people think that a man that quote unquote by cultural standards, would they
Mm-hmm.
go six figures, six pack, 6 foot? You don't think they date women of those of that caliber?
Mm-hmm.
They do. They want to make it seem like these guys, they all beautiful, upstanding women. That's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
Some do, but a lot of them don't.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say what these women won't get. It's
Mm-hmm.
plenty of women that's in marriages that with guys that's high value that don't cook, don't clean, don't do nothing. Those
Mm-hmm.
those men just find those women for some reason to be so beautiful they don't care if they don't cook or clean, and they'll just deal with it.
Now
But
you know some that's a hell of a take on that because I wouldn't have never went there with that. But you got a really strong take on that because why would he be dating these women if they
exactly,
were so trash?
that's saying something about you. You see, he just talking. He ain't
Mm-hmm.
thinking about what he's saying. He just
Mm-hmm.
talking. He just, oh, I just want to sit here and I just want to put my woman in the clouds.
Yeah, he could
I'm
have
trying
left
to
that
put.
out
He
to
could have left
interview. I
that
think
out.
that cheapened the interview by bringing up those women. You're right. You because I wouldn't have never thought of that. I kind of just went past that because I as a woman say, oh hey, a man who's not afraid to get on the internet and speak of high value about his wife, that she is, she does all the things that most men say they want in a wife. But I think what you're saying has a high value. When he decided to bring up the other women that he chose to date and compare and contrast, he cheapened what he had said about his wife. It's almost like when they say you're saying something good, but at the end of it, you say, but. Well, when you put the but there, you killed everything nice you said in front of it. So
Exactly.
when he said all those beautiful things about his wife, he could have just left it there and complimented his wife. But he went on to talk negatively of the other women that he
Yeah.
chose. So why were you even dating those women if you know a quality woman when you see one? So should we believe that your wife is of high value and those women wasn't, but you still dated those women? So who should we trust your judgment?
Exactly.
Yeah, that
Exactly. And,
makes a
and and
lot of
it's almost
sense.
it's almost trying to say that some high value men don't want a woman to go to the gym. You
Hmm.
think all high value guys are in shape? You think all high value guys and some dudes don't want their wives. They don't care about that. They
Hmm.
just want her to be what he likes.
Hmm.
Period. But your thing is you just want to step on somebody's neck in
Hmm.
order to try to be, and as to the woman, listen, he thinks that's admirable and she's gonna look at him like she's lovey dovey,
Hmm.
or oh he's just such a, but she really looking at him as if like you're willing to go out of your way to step on somebody for me, to put me up there, when
Hmm.
he could have just complimented his wife and left the other people out of
Out
there.
of it.
See, a lot of guys fall into that trap of
Hmm.
doing that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They think that shit funny. Man, ain't nothing cool about that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing cool
Because
about
what
that.
does that say? Because he also in an interview said that he was a high value man because he made X about amount of money a month. So as a high value man, at what point should I trust your discernment? Because somewhere in your life you dated those women as a high value man. You dated them. So why were you dating those kind of women as a high value man if light skinned Keisha is the type of woman you wanted? Why would you
Exactly.
date those
Nick, you
other
already,
women?
but you don't told on yourself.
Self.
You done
Exactly.
told on yourself. See,
Mm-hmm.
he's sitting up there. So a lot of these guys get in these
Mm-hmm.
interviews, man. And I don't have nothing against the young man.
Right.
But dog, you gotta watch out what you saying, man. You gotta watch out what you
Because I didn't
how you
identify that
move.
at all.
Yeah.
Immediately when I saw the interview, I say, man, a young rapper thinking such highly of his wife that he's willing to go and say all these wonderful things about his wife, and give her accolades. And I just, as a woman, and that's what we do, I didn't even think about him downing those other women. All I was so happy that he was a man speaking such wonderful things about the woman he married. But in the same breath, he decided to shit on the women that he was once dating who thought they were special to him.
Yeah, why you gotta brag?
Why?
Because if I'm the woman
You
sitting up
right.
at home, I'm minding my own my
Mhm.
own business. I got my own new man. He
Yep.
probably better than you.
Yeah.
You probably got more money. See, that's the thing, bro.
Mhm.
Man, listen, it's been plenty high value men that got their bra snatched by a low value man.
Mhm.
So you got to be careful when we come out here talking about, oh, I'm a high value man. That don't mean the dude can't snatch your bra from you.
Mhm.
That don't mean the dude can't snatch your bra from you. And
It's been
not
proven.
just, and see, and a lot of people think about, well, it's somebody. Nah, it could be a bra that you love. You really want to be with
Correct.
that bra. Dude come snatch the bra right off money, and she won't even want to be with you no more.
Because truth be told, there's a man that's more high value than
And you-
him, and you just put your wife on the radar, letting him know all the things she do.
Exactly. Exactly.
Better watch it.
Exactly. So, this idea of, oh, if she leave me, she can go find another high value man. Well, she might not even want another high value man. If you already said that she can make the money that she want to make anyway. So all she got to do is get a dude that people deem that's less valuable than you, and she could just move on with her life and be okay with it.
Yeah.
And she could. She could. So why you sitting up here bragging and going on, bro? I wouldn't suggest you do that kind of stuff. You need to,
it's okay to brag about your wife, but why in the same breath would you insult the women that you chose prior to her? Because at that time you saw some qualities in those women.
Yeah.
They may not measure up to her, but why talk about how negative they was? Because at some time they measured up enough for you to choose them, whether it was based on their looks, their bodies, or whatever. It just so happened you were blessed to find, quote unquote, a better, more quality woman. But those women in their own right still was a woman that got you as a high value man. So they were able to get a high value man.
So you
said they wouldn't, but
really,
it don't make
really
sense.
make
You're
no
right.
sense. And on top of that,
how would they never when they had you?
And
so you're not a high value man. You either you are or you're not.
So listen, at the end of the day, man, I'm sure that these young ladies, but I'm sure that some people know who you're talking about. That you're a rapper.
Of course, they know your dating history.
Now everybody might not know, but there's a group of people who know who you talking about. They know who you've been dating. All right. So these ladies sitting at home minding their own business, and you're putting them out there, and they probably already got them another man. Okay,
and he could be high value.
Yeah, he could be high value. Or he could be low value, but they're minding their business. And here you go, getting on an interview, bringing them up. They ain't got nothing to do. They like, man, I'm just over here chilling. But why you gotta? Now, when they get online and start telling your business, you gonna swear to God that they done you wrong.
Yeah, because you took the first pot shot.
Because you done took the first pot shot. See, guys, it's not really. I'm just telling you that because you need to be mindful when you get on there doing this kind of stuff.
Because we knew he was lying because he said he's high value. And guess what? they had you.